Godzilla is back!
And he's fatter than ever. And what is up, Stu? John Based out here with the New Media Stu movie review, and it was in IMAX, hence the glasses. I am joined by the lovely and talented
Cranston.
And today we saw Godzilla. This is one fat-ass lizard.
Godzilla has thunder thighs.
Anytime he expended even the slightest bit of energy, he had to take a nap. Aaron Taylor-Johnson is actually the big star of this movie. You also have Juliette Binoche, who, don't blink or you're gonna miss her, Bryan Cranston, and Ken Watanabe.
And also Elizabeth Olsen.
Bryan Cranston's wife, Juliette Binoche, dies in an accident that they try to pass off as a natural disaster.
It was not a natural disaster, all right?
15 years later, he's still researching it.
And I have a right to know!
Well, they think he's a little bit cuckoo until they find out that he was actually right and that it wasn't a natural disaster.
Godzilla's like aquatic and he's also terrestrial. He runs around on land and also in the water. The special effects are good. I think a lot of it's repetitive. It's almost like a updated version of the older Godzilla. I almost imagine like seeing like the little like milk carton towns and things like that Godzilla would just walk through and lumber through, just updated to a more modern type of look and with more, of course, advanced special effects than they were before. You could tell it was actually shot in 3D, not that the 3D was applied in post like you see in some other films. Some parts of the movie sort of linger a bit, I'd say.
Yeah,
you know, it's a long movie.
I thought it was very entertaining. I do think that it was pretty long. But you know, it wasn't like it was insanely long where you were bored. It was, it kept you engaged.
A lot of the fights and a lot of the, you know, back and forth of the battles go on for a long time. And that's, you know, good in some parts, but I'd like a little bit more dialogue sometimes.
I thought that we saw a lot of different films come into play. Like, it seemed like you've seen that shot before. There was one scene where the bus driver was wiping the window when you could finally see Godzilla through the glass, and it reminded me of Jurassic Park.
Oh, I was just gonna say that! One thing I like about this movie, much like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, is people know Godzilla and they get involved in the movie.
I like your dance.
That's the Godzilla dance. And when you stop doing the Godzilla dance, the body's still doing it behind you a little bit. I can't get over how fat he is. Overall, I'm gonna give this one 3 stew pots. That fat, lovable, adorable Godzilla #1. I mean, you just want to grab him by the cheeks and just squeeze him. He's such a cutie. #2 is, I like the human element. I like sort of, I mean, a lot of times these monster movies, especially when you're going old school with monster movies, you just get into like, you know, battles. And it did have all that like I'm talking about, but it did have a human element to it. And it had a bit of a storyline which made it engaging.
You have no idea what's coming.
And #3 is, for the stew pot, is at least you got Bryan Cranston in it.
You're goddamn right.
Guys, make sure to follow this lady over on the Twitter at Cranston Goodwin. You see her all the time stirring the pot on New Media Stew over here, popping the culture on Culture Pop. So show her some love. Much love.
Much love.
And respect.
Hi, this is Aviva Drescher from Real Housewives of New York. You're watching New Media Stew with JB.